Hello Physical Fiends, did you enjoy the Nintendo Direct? Let me know your thoughts below. But in the meantime, while you're typing your audience engagement, I thought I'd talk about some of the just announced physical releases, including some games that were announced during the Direct. Let's start with the Direct, okay? Of course, many of the games featured in the Direct will have physical releases at some point. They're just not always announced immediately, so don't panic when I only talk about some of them. Have some patience, and I'll be mentioning them in the future once there's more solid information. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D. This kicked off the whole Direct and it looks pretty much as expected. While I have played the first two games thanks to the trilogy import on the Switch, my memory is so bad I just took the trailer at face value that it's gonna be faithful. That's despite there being, an additional character being thrown in. No doubt they want to add a bit of extra content to what would be a quite brief experience if you knew what you're doing in the games. Looks great, and I'm sure it'll be a surefire success when it releases later this year. Physical pre-orders have now opened on Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles, and if you want to pre-order it or any of the games in this video, and you want to support me at the same time, then please do so via the links in the description and pinned comment. I partner with VGP, who are a great company doing good stuff for the industry and gamers, and they have free worldwide shipping on orders over 80 Canadian bucks, which is less than 60 American dollars. Any purchase made via the link, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar is releasing in August on the 27th, and on consoles it's a Switch exclusive. And yeah, it looks very much like more Story of Seasons. The thing that's distinguishing about this entry is the selling goods at the market, which I think multiple indie knockoffs have already tried. Feels like I talked about one just a couple of weeks back. But with this one having a bigger budget and more polish, hopefully it lives up to the series' normal quality. In North America, there is a standard edition as well as a premium edition. So it seems that Marvelous are taking over the reins from Exceed on this one. I know they're the same company, but what this means is they don't only have a premium edition to jack up the price. You have options. But if you do want the premium edition, you get a nice art book, a cloth poster, plush, and a soundtrack CD. Looks pretty good to me. Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. This one caught me by surprise. Somehow, I had never heard of this game before, and that's despite me loving JRPGs, especially on the PlayStation 2. It was a super late release in Europe though, and I had moved on by that point, so you can't blame me. Anyways, it's an action RPG from Atlus. Devil summoning fighting looks pretty good. Hopefully this remaster is a bit more faithful than the Shin Megami Tensei 3 one, which I heard had its issues, but this looked to be a decent addition to anyone's growing SMT collection. It's releasing this summer on Switch, PS5, and Xbox. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond looks absolutely fantastic. Now, pre-orders haven't opened as of yet, and I'll be sure to mention the game again when they do, but they did reveal the box art, and man, it looks great. I mean, I've been waiting for a new BioShock game for ages. Wait, what? Did anyone else think BioShock? I mean, I'm not having a go, but it just felt like something BioShock would do if we got another one. Anyways, there's no release date as of yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. No Sleep for Kaname Date from the SOMNIUM Files. Again, this has been confirmed for a physical release, but there's no box art, no pre-orders open as of yet. I just want to confirm that the website for the game does confirm there will be a $50 physical release, which is great news. I know some people love the games, detective style, and this one seems even more ambitious. It promises mind-bending puzzles, but I struggle to believe that any game in the modern era would allow for mind-bending puzzles. It's releasing at the end of July. SaGa Frontier 2 Remastered is getting a physical release in Asian regions sometime this year. Usually I'm a bit worried when PlayAsia have placeholders, but this seems very solid since they're actually willing to take money for it, and there has been confirmation from other sources that there is gonna be an Asian physical release. This game was shadow dropped on the eShop, and for me it was the most exciting thing in the presentation. It's a game I've been waiting for since the first game was remastered on Switch, and it's one of my favorite imports of all time. And this looks even better. I mean, the art style is just unbelievably gorgeous. Expect a very solid JRPG with new cutscenes to enhance the original story. I'm hoping to have a video about this in the coming days, maybe at the weekend, so stay tuned for it. Gradius Origins was a pretty exciting announcement. I was well on board until I realized, oh wait, most of this collection was already on the Konami Arcade Anniversary Collection. Sure, this has more versions in total, which I do prefer, but the core games are very similar. On the other hand, it does have a brand new entry in the series, which is nice. Limited Run are doing this, sadly. It won't be at retail, however, you can pre-order it right now on their website for Switch, PS4, and Xbox. There are 3 different cover variants, but it will also be available in Japan at some point too. Tamagotchi Plaza, a quick mention to this, which is definitely getting an English physical release in Japan, and I think it's likely that North America or Europe should get a physical too, but we're still waiting on that info. As I said, I'm pretty sure many other games will get physical releases, but I will wait until we can 100% confirm them, alright? Okay, let's jump into some other recent physical announcements. Steredenn Binary Stars, this is one of my favorite shooters of all time. Definitely one of the most addictive I've ever played, and now it's getting a physical release on PlayStation 5. Sadly, the Switch version was done by Super Rare, and it is really expensive now, so I guess this is kind of an alternative option to have it physically. And this is both for North America and Europe. It's by Red Art Games, so the European edition, there is a standard release, but there is also a deluxe edition, which is exclusive to their website. And this is the same price, but also comes with some extra goodies: a cover sleeve, double-sided poster, and a soundtrack CD. Not bad for €30. And you can get it even cheaper than that if you click my link. You can also get 10% off with the code Jordan10. Now, North America does not have this deluxe edition. It has something similar, a special edition, which includes the poster and CD. It's just missing the cover sleeve, which is not that important in my opinion. And this version is exclusive to Video Games Plus, and you can find it with the links below. I do advise you to grab it. I really enjoyed this game, and I highly recommend it. Spirit of the North 2 is still alive, despite the original publisher ceasing business. It's releasing physically on PlayStation 5 in May. I know some people out there who are fans of the original. Personally, I never played it. Doesn't seem like my sort of thing, but hey, there is a fox that glows purple, which sounds brilliant. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was confirmed to be coming to PlayStation 5, but now we know there is a physical edition too, which is great news. I've heard nothing but good things about this game when it released originally as an Xbox exclusive, but once they realized they may not make their money back, multi-platform it goes. And pretty soon too, in April. There is a standard edition and a money-grabbing premium edition because God knows they do need the money. Trails in the Sky, first chapter. I made a video dedicated to this announcement, so I'll be very brief. The physical on Switch and PlayStation 5 will be available widely at different retailers, not exclusive to one store, but there will be a collector's edition which will be available via limited run, and that's it. But the details of that haven't been detailed at the time of making this video. It's entirely possible they'll announce it today, it'll just be my luck. But anyways, the retail release will be in your hands September 25th, and I know a lot of people cannot wait. Terrifier, the ARTcade game, has some pretty ballsy artwork. I would be shocked if they let that in physical stores. But the game is coming physically to Switch and PlayStation 5. It is an ultra-violent beat-em-up that seems to be more about the shock factor. I don't think it'll touch the likes of Shredder's Revenge or the excitement many people have for the new Marvel beat-em-up that's coming, but who knows, it could be good. There's going to be a collector's edition as well, which contains loads of extra stuff and should be releasing in time for Halloween in the middle of October. Alright, let's jump into some recently announced imports. There's been a few. And if you want to pre-order any of these, please use the Play Asia links. If you click those links, you can get 5% off with the code Jordan2025. But before we do, if you're new here and you like physical media, you owe it to yourself to subscribe. It will be one of the best things you do today, I promise you. Plus, the bigger this channel gets, the more publishers will pay attention to the desire for physical media. And we all want more physical media, right? Don't let it die. Subscribe. Irem Collection Volume 3 has finally been confirmed for a physical release in Japan. This will contain Mr. Heli, also known as Battle Chopper. It'll have Mystic Riders and Dragon Breed. Again, like the previous 2 volumes, the game number is lower than I think is acceptable these days, but these look like really solid titles. Remember, Strictly Limited Games took pre-orders for this a long time ago, and they have yet to produce even Volume 1. And they knew they were pissing in the wind because they didn't even bother with 4 or 5 as of yet. This Japanese release will have English and will be releasing in June. The games do look really interesting, to be honest. I'm looking forward to it. There's also going to be a collector's edition which comes with a soundtrack CD, or multiple soundtrack CDs, art book, and flyer reprints. Hungry Heem is releasing in Japan in June as well. This looks to be a unique looking town builder with resource gathering as you try to save the memes from extinction. It's visually a bit rough around the edges, but I am quite interested in it. Feels like something you'd find on retro consoles, only released in Japan or something like that. And the release will have English though, and there will be a standard edition as well as a limited edition which has a sticker sheet, art book, and some DLC. The Ancient Mage's Bride, Midsummer's Mirage, and The Journey of Dreams. These visual novel titles, they're just taking the piss now. This is a brand new VN that's releasing physically in Japan in October, which is a fair whack away at this point, and there is no real indication as to whether this will be good or not because it's never been out before. It is a brand new visual novel, but it will have English. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What's your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below alongside your thumbs up. If you want to pre-order any of these, then please do so with the links down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care.